everyone, my name is MJ of Vilchess, and welcome to part 7 of creating this 2D animation in Blender. At first I attempted to create an anime style animation, but it's it's not gonna be happening now. I mean at this point, because our thing that we did, it's not looking like an anime, I think, but we'll see. There's still lots of stuff that I need to do for this. I'm done with all the base colors, and for this stream we are gonna be animating the fur. So yeah, let's see what we have so far. So I could play this, but I turned off all the in-betweens because it's making Blender lag so much when there's a lot of keyframes on the viewport here, because you know my laptop's not that powerful. So I'm just gonna play to you a render that I did for the animation that we have so far. So it's this one. It's what we got so far. So I'm also gonna be showing how I did this, like the whole thing moving, drifting, moving around as Ares flies here. But yeah, disclaimer: this stream will have a lot of spoilers. From the book Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. So yeah, be prepared for that. If you haven't read the book yet, I suggest you avoid this, probably. But you know, I made this animation to kind of not give too much, and you probably won't understand the context of it all anyway. But yeah, here's the progress of the animation so far. So yeah, that's all. That's a very short animation, and for animating the fur, I want to focus on animating the fur like around here in Gregor's face. So that's the thing that I'm going to be working on for this stream, and I'm gonna be doing it in the Gregor Ares main layer here. So let's just see. And yeah, the way I animated parts of the wings is I did this kind of like 3D wing thing. It's still a 2D grease pencil object, but you know, I drew it from the top view and I just animated it in the camera view so that it looks like this, and it's easy to animate like the parts where the wings is flapping. So, you've seen from the previous part that I did the rig thing. You actually don't need to do that. For the other wing, I only animated it in object mode instead of using a bone. But you know, it's still the same thing anyway. The bone just makes sure that you're not changing anything in the object here. But for this purposes, for this animation, it's actually enough to not have a bone. But for like probably in a production point of view, doing bones might be safer to do. And yeah, I guess that's just what I think. But I haven't really been in any kind of 2D animation production workflow, so not sure what really works. But anyways, I'm gonna be exploring more about this because there is an animation that I'm probably gonna do in 2D. We'll see how things go for that. But yeah, right now we're gonna start animating the fur. So for the fur on around Gregor's face here, I'm gonna start with this, because it's gonna be right here, and this will determine how like thick or how big the fur I'll draw it, how big I'll draw the fur. But yeah, I'm gonna put the fur on top of Gregor's face, but below the hard hat. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna name this. Probably gonna use a different, so that I can easily see it later. I'm gonna use asterisk, probably 2 asterisks. Aries fur Gregor. And this, I'm just gonna be using one layer for the fur here, because there's gonna be different layers for other fur for the fur on other parts of Aries here. But for now, let's focus on Gregor's, on the fur right on Gregor's face here that covers part of his mouth. So I'm gonna create a new material for this and call this Aries fur. And for this to work, I want it to be a stroke and a fill. And the fill will be the same color as Aries' body base. So I'm just gonna grab the hexadecimal value for the color here. I'm gonna go back on Aries fur and paste it here so that it's exactly the same color. I could use eyedropper, but it's safer to just use the hexadecimal one so that it's just there's really no mistake that it is really the same color, because we're using the ID for it or something. So for this one, I'm gonna draw the fur. So for the fur, just gonna go probably something like the whoop. I'm using the, I gotta control Z that, control Z, because apparent I'm using the fill tool, not the draw tool, and we need a draw tool for this. I'm gonna go to front view and just draw a fur here. Let's see how this looks first. Something like that. Probably not good. I'm gonna try doing something like this. Probably cover up with Aries' body. Let's see. Probably need to add more right here. And maybe make this 2 layers. Okay, let's do that again. Oops, need to lock all other layers so we don't accidentally delete them or edit them in any way, because all of these other layers are already done and we don't want to mess around with them. So just to make sure that that doesn't happen, gotta lock them. Really wish there's wait, there we go. There is an easy way to do it, just by selecting this layer and then isolate layer so that it locks all layers besides the one that's selected here. So I'm just gonna go do that and draw this one more time. Maybe something like this will work. And then let's edit this in edit mode. Hey there, Mbuddy. Welcome to the stream. We're currently animating the fur, which you said might be useful to you. So I'm gonna focus more on the main fur for now, and then later we're gonna populate this with other furs using some cheats and, you know, techniques that would make it easier to deal with. I'm also gonna add fur right here. Let's see how that looks. Probably Add another layer on top of it. And then just grab parts of it. Hey there, Albert. Are you gonna keep watching till the end, man? Albert is one of the past crews. Hopefully he is the Albert that I know and not a different Albert. But yeah, hey Albert. Alberto Kun, welcome to the stream. You're probably not gonna stay till the end. Also speak in English. But yeah, Albert is one of the... If you watch Shoot Your Friends, the video Shoot Your Friends, his face is actually the thumbnail. So yeah. So I'm just gonna animate this fur for now. And for the animation of this fur, I'll go back to frame 1, Shift S, current frame. And what this does is that, and yeah, as you can see, there's an overlap here, which I'll cover up with probably another layer of fur. Let's turn off the hard hat for now, just so I'll see. Yep, Gregor is bald here. Anyways, I'm gonna just draw something right here, probably like this, just to cover up the spots here there. And then we're gonna edit that further. Now there is like different ways to deal with this. Let's bring back the hard hat so you know the secrets aren't revealed here. So one way to do this, to make that fur move actually, is I can use a noise modifier, and then I'm just gonna make sure that it only affects Iris fur, and then reduce the strength by 0.1 probably. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's one way of like moving the fur. Gonna increase the scale to about 0.01. That's like the lazy way of doing it. 0.05 maybe, so that it's not moving too much. Yeah, this is the lazy way of doing this, is to move the furs. I think it works for this part. Just yeah, I think it works for this part. Let's see what else we can do here. I'm gonna try to make a custom curve for this. I'm trying to do it like this. Because this part is covered anyway, so it won't be moving too much from the wind. So just a slight movement for it works. Maybe 0.1 will do. Yes, Albert Kun. There's really no fur physics here, just some illusions of a fur moving. Well, yeah, that it kind of works nicely. I'm gonna try bumping it up more. No, just bumping it up makes it look ridiculous. 0.1 will do. Let's see. I'm gonna turn off the wings for now. And it looks like the keyboard screencast is broken again. So yeah, Albert Kun, join the Discord server, man. Download the Discord app already, man. See, I really think that this kind of cheat for the fur animation works, but this is not how we're gonna animate the rest of Ares' fur. We can even do something instead of layer here. I can just go grab here and just make sure that it affects only the Ares fur material. Ow. Okay, Albert Kun. I can probably add more here. Add more fur. Or I'm gonna oh well. I can't edit this. So there. For some reason I cannot. Why is scale not working? So because of nothing's working here. What did I do? What did I do? It seems like I locked something because I cannot move anything. Is it because of the noise modifier? Nothing's working. Is my keyboard broken? No, it's not. It's probably the electric fan, not water. I mean, it's probably the background music of the animation, Albert. So yeah, something's wrong with this thing. Is it because I'm not selecting the right? Why can't I move anything? What is wrong? What did I click this time? Sorry about this, guys. Things like this really happens all the time. What's happening here? Why can't I move stuff? Can't move this, but I can't move the Ares one. What is wrong? That's so weird. Is it because of the locking of the layers? No. Something is wrong. Okay, I'm gonna try and figure this out. Let's see if this is only selectable. All of them are selectable. Set this to object mode. Man, I hate it when this happens. Now I can't select anything. I can't select any of the grease pencil object. Wait, oh, it's because because of this. This was turned off. Hide in viewport. Okay, now this will work. I don't know why that was. So I guess if you run into that kind of error, just make sure to see if this is not disabled. But now this should work. Everything should be back to normal. So I'm gonna go back to draw mode again, edit mode, and this will work now. So yeah, if you encounter that kind of error, now you know how to fix it, because you've seen someone made the mistake of doing it. I make the mistakes so you won't have to. I like that line so much. I got it from Film Riot, and I kind of just also apply that and the stuff that I do. So making mistakes is fine. You'll be doing a lot of it when creating stuff like this. So yeah, hello there, Caesar A. Cruz, or however is your name is pronounced. Welcome to the stream. I'm animating fur, or kind of a cheat of an animation for it, because I only use like a noise modifier, my favorite modifier in a Blender grease pencil. Just to give like just a subtle movement of the fur around this part. I'm gonna be animating differently the fur on Aris's face and other stuff. I need to delete this keyframe again. Oopsie, what happened? What did I do? What did I do? Gotta be careful what you press, or, stuff. And I'm also going to turn off the hard hat again, just so I can add more fur right here. So what I can do now is just add more fur, and it will have all of those settings that I've set up. You can add another one right here, and then send this one to the back by doing this, going to edit mode, stroke, and then arrange strokes, and send it to back. And that should send it to the back of this other stroke layers. Yes, Mbuddy. That's like a make things easier kind of trick for animating wings. So I'm not like I said, another disclaimer, which I probably said in previous parts of this creation process, is that I am not a professional 2D animator. This is probably the first 2D animation that I did in a while. So, I'll be doing some cheats and stuff. And I'm dealing with furs around this part. First, parts where there's no moving. Parts like, the head here, which moves, like turns. That's gonna be like complicated, I think. But yeah, just gonna be just adding furs here and there. And for this other part of the fur, I'm probably going to put this behind Gregor's body, but on top of Aris's body. So I'm gonna create a new layer here, and since in the noise modifier right here, since we applied the noise modifier only to the Aris fur material, even if I'm using a different layer, it should still apply the noise modifier. So I'm just gonna go do like that. Actually, I'm gonna start with the ones. I'm gonna go to front view, and start right here. So something like that, I think, will work. And I can just add some extra layers here. So if in the hands of an even more skilled artist, they can make this look even better. But yeah, as you can see, noise. Let's add more power to the noise here, probably 0.2. See, I'm also gonna add one. Sorry for the bald Gregor head. Let's bring that back, shall we? And then I'm gonna turn off Aries' head. Headless Aries coming right up. So I can draw the fur on this part. So just, you know, do that thing we did earlier. Doesn't even have to be perfect because this part will be covered mostly by Aries' head. So let's bring back Aries' head here. And see how that looks. It's probably not even that visible. Yep, you can't even see it that much. Or, you know, you can't even see it. There, you can see like one strand here. And then I will make another layer, and this time this layer well, his head is back, so you will still be able to voice him. By the way, Mbuddy is the voice of Aries. Let's all give him a round of applause. So I'm gonna lock this layer, this fur Gregor layer, and also the fur body right here. I'm gonna add another one, and this one I'm gonna be animating, not just relying on the fur body bottom, which will be like the fur on this part here, and this fur I'm gonna be animating. So I'm gonna go to the front view, and I'm gonna start with the furs here at the back. So this is not like a really detailed fur thing. I'm just moving here. Let's see how that looks. So yeah, there we go. I can probably also add the noise on Gregor's backpack, but I'll probably not. I'm just gonna animate that manually because it's not gonna look good compared to how it is with Aries fur. But anyways, I'm gonna go keep animating here. Aries fur bottom. Okay, what is this other layer here? What is that other layer? That's for the... Yeah, that's why it's not visible. I'm gonna go back to Aries body here. Oh, it's fine. Aries fur bottom, body bottom. I'll keep animating here. I'm probably not gonna... I find this is gonna be bottom one. Bottom one. Just for the first that won't be animated at the bottom. And then I'm gonna add another layer. Aries per body bottom 2. Or yeah, bottom 2. You already did a good job on this one, man. But yeah, we all have to improve our skills. So yeah, let's keep going with this. I'm gonna start here first. Or something like that, because this part of the fur will be thicker. So I'm just gonna go like this. I'm gonna be animating each of this fur, by the way. I'm gonna go with that first. Then one thick one right here. That doesn't look good. Maybe just one big one here. And then I'm just gonna draw 2 right here. I'm gonna be using I'm gonna be covering up those gaps later. Let me animate this one first. Control L. I'm gonna go to stroke, arrange strokes, send backwards, just so it's behind this one. It does, doesn't it? But it works. Yeah. Just like what Mbuddy says, it works. And see? But it's kind of like just moving it in object mode. I think they still need to fix a lot for the bones on 2D. So yeah, I don't want to be animating too much here. Does that look good? I don't think that looks good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delete everything and start over. I'm gonna start here. Add those 3 layers there again. Let's see how that looks in the camera here. Probably too big. Like that, I guess. That works, I guess. Maybe just 2 strokes. Something like that. And then I can start animating this. For now, I'm gonna turn off the noise modifier so that it's not too distracting. Probably need to move around some layers here. I probably also need to draw this again, because it's not really smart to draw when the noise modifier is on, because it doesn't show the actual fur. Wait, let's do that again. Make sure that something like that. And like this. And then I probably need to make another layer here. or probably do that in a separate layer. No, not starting over. So I'm gonna try animating in twos here as we go. I'm gonna also turn on onion skin for this, so we'll see the previous frame. And I'm just gonna turn on the proportional editing and just, you know, try and animate this as much as I can. Because first, you know, when moving against the wind, it moves in a not so uniform way. So I'm just gonna try and animate this in twos. 1, 2. Like this. But first, moving like cloth really looks great. Hopefully I'd be able to like animate it that way, but I'm gonna try the random thing for a while and see what we get. It's probably not something something that would probably not look that great. Okay. Let's keep going here. Just moving the fur around. Randomly. This is not the best way to do it. Yeah, I don't really want to do it this way. Let's start over. I want it to like flow in a clean way. Actually, no. So 1, 2. I want it to like flap. Probably something like this, while the other goes the other way. This one goes like that as well, but moving up. So another 2 frame. Still moving this way. This one's still moving that way. This 2 that way. This one that way. Going up. This one curving towards there. Probably need to really move this thing as well. Yeah, this didn't move too much here, so I will have to fix that. One, 2. Maybe rotate further, going up. Rotate further, going up. Like this. This one that way. This one this way, going up. This may not look as awesome as I think it would, but we keep going. Now it starts curling back towards something like that. This one that way. This one that way as well. And starts going down. rotating that way. This one as well starts going down. And I'm gonna try adding like a loop to it, and I forgot to animate this part, so gonna have to go back and do what we did, only slightly faster. Going up now, going up, going up. Going up. Rotate even more. Up. Hopefully this works. And then going back. Down. So yeah, not an expert yet, so there will be issues here and there, but I think for for something like this it already works. Hopefully hopefully it does. There are other animators that are like definitely way better than me. They're all just going down, going this direction. And I'm probably gonna go back to frame 1 for this one. And then I'm gonna apply, gonna go to object mode. I'm gonna apply a modifier, a time offset modifier. I'm gonna turn on noise modifier. I'm gonna apply a time offset influence. I'm gonna make sure that it only affects the Aries. Let's go back up. I think it's right here. Aries fur bottom. And I'm gonna go custom range. Check custom range. Set frame start to 1 and frame end to 12. Because the last keyframe we have is at 13. We need the flash frame to be at 12, so that it will just loop. I guess that works. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think it works. What are these passes? No, I would just like that. So yeah, there we go. We can probably try and 0.5 this. No, that breaks the. Probably put time offset below. So yeah, that looks nice. I'm probably gonna do that to all of the furs. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing something like that for most of the furs, probably enhancing more the animation. But yeah, there will be fur right here on Aries' arm, also on his head here, and probably like a mustache, a beard fur right here, and some fur on the face. But yeah, I think that's it for this stream. I'm gonna just keep repeating this process of recording. And for the next stream tomorrow, we are gonna be adding a bunch of stuff and we'll see what happens tomorrow. And for now, I guess this is how I'd animate the fur for this particular animation. And as you can see, the result is kind of satisfying, I guess. So yeah, I think that's all for now. Hopefully I've shared some new stuff to you guys in this stream. Some ways to like play around in Blender's grease pencil features. But yeah, thank you so much for those who watched the stream and those who watched the video up to this point. So yeah, thank you also to my KoFi givers, to the ones who's given me golden doodle fuels, to Magnolia Weathershield, Erick Madrigal, Elizabeth Munie, Tristan Wintle, GulliermoGage, and Mbuddy. This guys, whether they've given one time or all the time, I'm always so thankful. Of course, even more thankful to those who keeps on giving. So yeah, if you wanna also, give me some kind of support in the stuff that I do, just go to ko-fi.com/doodlemoseproductions, and yeah, join the Discord server, because most of the perks right now is associated with my Discord server. The link will be in the description below. I will be giving help there, and just chat and stuff, and probably do some gaming as well. And yeah, consider following Doodle Nose Productions in all parts of the internet, and also subscribe to the Doodle Boat if you want to see more of this, and like the video if it helped you in any way. But yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. If there's no other, I don't think there's any more questions, but yeah, if you have any questions, just go to the Discord server. You can ask there. The link will be in the description again. Just join. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah, I gotta go and finish this thing. Bye.